All right, today what I'm going to do is give you some hints on how to create the shapes so they'll fit in the shape cutouts on your toy box. And then I'm also going to show you how to make new drawings within your project so you can make the lid and all the different shapes. So the first step is in the bottom left corner you're going to see a plus sign. This is when you're done with the box. You've basically made all the shape cutouts and have the lid tray all complete. So what you're going to do is go to the plus sign in the bottom left corner and go Create Part Studio. And then this is when it's going to open up a whole new Part Studio for you. And you should immediately right click on it and go up to where it says Rename. And let's say this is going to be Top Lid Shapes. And I'm putting one because I already have one, and hit Enter. So now I have a new drawing, and I'm going to turn off the front and the right planes, and I'm going to click on the top to look down left. And before I begin, I'm going to go to the 3 bars and go to workspace units, and I'm going to change those workspace units to, oh, it's still millimeters, good. Hit check, go sketch, and left click on the top plane. Now what I want to do is switch over to the camera and show you some tricks. So what I'm going to do is come over to the camera. I'm going to pull the top lid out. Now what you want to do is basically you want to create a shape that's 2 millimeters on all sides smaller so that it'll fit in the shape cutouts when it's 3D printed. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I'm calibrated, and I am. And I'm going to just kind of measure this first line and then get a reading on how long it is. So this is basically 22 millimeters long. So we want to make it 20 millimeters. So what we're going to do, let me get a good reading on that, make sure I'm correct. And basically take your corner, line it up. Okay. So I'm going to go with, yes, 22 millimeters looks good. So I come into here, and then I'm going to draw a line, make sure it's tangent. And since I'm doing 20 millimeters, I'm going to do 10 on the left line. All right, and then I'm going to do 10 on the right line. Come out to here and hit 10 and hit enter. So now I've got the bottom line of my triangle. But what I need to do is figure out the top line. So I'm going to come back into the drawing, and I'm going to take my calipers and I'm going to measure in the middle, and it says basically 20 millimeters. So all I really have to do now is make it 18 millimeters because I'm taking 2 millimeters off so it'll fit in the shape cutout. So I come down to the middle, make sure it's tangent, start drawing a straight line, and this time I type 18 and hit enter. Now all I have to do is connect to make the triangular shape on the dots, and then I'll go to my scissor tool and get rid of the middle line, and then I can go extrude and make all your shapes a standard 8 millimeters thick and hit check. So I've got the triangle shape. So that's sketch 1. Now I'm going to do the next easy one. So I'm going to left click on sketch and click on that original plane again. And I'm going to show you a new trick. Go to the point tool, hover over the center point, and just trace it down as far as you want, and then left click. Now you have a new origin dot to work with. So let's go into the camera and let's figure out what the box is. So this should be a square. So basically we're going to just say 17 millimeters, and we know it's a square, so we don't really have to measure the other side. So 17 minus 2 is going to be 15. So all we have to do is draw a center point rectangle that's 15 by 15. So I left click, drag out, I type 15 and hit enter, 15 and I hit enter, and I then go to extrude, and again 8 is our standard measurement, and I hit check. So there we go. The last one's going to be kind of hard, and I'm going to give you help with it. So I'm going to go left click sketch again on the top plane, go to my point tool, and I'm going to follow the origin up and go up a little ways and then click. Now I recommend what you do in this one is you actually make a square, and then we'll make the 4 circles, and then we'll just use our cutting tool to get rid of the other lines. So I'm going to take you through most of it. So take a look. First step is to measure the width, and it looks like it's going to be, all right, I zeroed it, hold on. And it looks like, I'll put my thumb right here, it's going to be 20. So what we're going to do is make an 18 millimeter box. That way we know for sure it's going to fit. So I'm going to come in with the center point rectangle, and I'm going to draw an 18 by 18 box and start working. Now I don't even need to measure the circles. All right, you would go in here and measure the diameter, but we don't need to because we shrunk our box and we just need 4 even circles that are in that box. So what I'm going to do is come into this box that you see, and I'm going to use some numbers. I know the distance from here to here is 8 millimeters. I'm sorry, 9 millimeters. It is 9 millimeters from here to here because 9 times 2 is 18. So what I'm going to do in the bottom left corner is get the midpoint. So I'm going to come all the way over to the right, and I know the midpoint in my head is 4.5 because 4.5 plus 4.5 equals 9. And then I'm going to go straight up and do the same thing and put 4.5 and hit enter. I've now found the midpoint, or the center of this one box. All I'm going to do is take a circle tool, left click on that dot, and go all the way out to the line until it is tangent, and then I left click. Now to speed up the process, I'm just going to draw a straight line in the center point, and I'm going to draw another straight line in the center point, and then I'm going to use the mirror tool, and I'm going to basically click on this line and do that, and then I'm going to go to the mirror tool and do this line and do that, and I'm good to go. Now what you're going to do is go to point, left click on this dot up here and go to 2.25 and draw the line straight down to the bottom and connect, and then you'll take your scissor tool and you'll clip right here, and then you'll clip right here, and then you'll clip right here. Now all you have to do is follow this step all the way across, making a line here, go down 2.5 and go all the way across, and then clip the lines across, and keep doing that until you get a shape cutout that looks like this. And then you'll extrude it to 8 millimeters and you'll be done. I don't want to give you all the answers, but I gave you most of the answers for the shapes on the top lid. So good luck, and I hope this tutorial was helpful for you.